Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my Angular course. In this video, what we will see is how we can get the params from the URL. In the previous video, we have seen how we can programmatically navigate from one page to other page, right? So we have seen everything, how we can navigate through the template and also through the TypeScript code we have seen. Now in this video, how we can get the data, okay, from the routing. So for example, see, if you see here, if I click here, I am getting the users. Okay, right, it's fine. Now if I have a user data, something like user ID, I want to get the user ID 1 which is of name Leela. So if I enter like this, so I want to get the data which they have entered in this one. We need to get this one. So where you will be useful is in order to get a user details, in order to edit the user details, somewhere you will be able to find that segments of data. So how we can get that data? Okay, first we need to define the route for this one. So how we can define the route? Before going to this one, we will create the component. Okay, after creating the component, so let it create the component, and here what we'll try to do is we will try to write the component. So how we can write the routing? So how we can write the routing is, so here I can write path of type users /1 /Leela. So for example, expect this one. So I need to load the component user component. Okay, so I am loading the component user component. Okay, so that means whenever the route matches, the URL matches user /1 /Leela, it should load the user component. So let's see the output first. So whenever the route matches /1 /Leela, so it should has to match. Okay, fine, it's loaded. But here /1 /Leela will not be the permanent one. So it will be changing. Why? Because the 1 is the ID and name and Leela is the name of the user. So this will be dynamically changing. It will be coming from the database or somewhere from where it will be coming the data. So it will be dynamic. So how we can represent the data like this? So we cannot go on representing, we cannot go on writing like this. So /2 /3 like this we cannot write. This could be a bad behavior. So how we can implement that one? So in order to implement that type of data, so we need to somehow tell here the route it should be dynamic. So how can we tell is, so here it should be an ID. So that means we need to write :ID, so that the Angular will assume that okay fine, here the data will be dynamic, and also here in another one we need to write an identifier with :name. Okay, so now the Angular will identify that this ID and name, so these two things will be dynamic ones. So whatever the data it will be having /user /something means it will load that user component. Now if you go here and if you load this one, you will get the data. And if I write /something like this also, it will match. Okay, it will go. So this is how we can mention dynamically the routing concept. And now how we can get the data, this ID and name from the to the user component. So how we can get the data is, let's go to the user component.ts. So this is the user component.ts. How we can get the data is, first we need to inject the route. Okay, we need to inject the route. So what is the route currently it is loading? So what is the route currently it is loading for this components? In order to load this component, it is loading is users /something. So we need to get this current route. Okay, current route we can get using here private route comma activated route. It is of type activated. In this activated route, you will be having that activated route. That means current route. So currently activated route you will be having. So it should be imported from the Angular router. So don't confuse between the router and the activated route. Activated route gives you the details of the current activated route, current route, and the router gives you overall the routing concept. Okay. Now here we got the route. So how we can get the data? So let's assume, so here I can get user of type. So I will be getting of type ID is equal to string or number, anything you can write. So name of type string. So I will be getting two details, user of ID string and this one. So how can I get the data? So how can I get the data is this dot user is equal to, I can write an object and ID here. So I need to get the ID. So how can I get the ID? Here something. First one will be the ID, you know that. So how we can represent this? So here we can write this dot route dot. Okay, so you will be having snapshot. Okay, snapshot dot params. So params of the identifier. So what is the identifier here? We are having, this is a :ID. So whatever the identifier you have written here, you need to mention it here. So here I can write it ID. So I will be getting the ID here. In the same scenario, if you want to get the name, So you'll be writing this dot route dot snapshot dot params of name. You can write here name. Okay, this dot user is equal to id and name. We are getting this id and name. Now what I can do here, I can go to the HTML, and what I can do is here I can remove this one all and I can write div. Here I can write one div user with id is, I can write user dot id. Okay, in the same scenario with the name is user dot name. I can write like this, user dot name. So now if I go and refresh here the code, here you will be getting user with id is something and user with name is something you are getting. Why? Because the id and name are both the same. So if I write 1/Leela and if I refresh it here, you are getting user id with the user with id is 1 and name. So whatever the data we are having here, it is pulled from to the TS code and we are displaying it in the template. So this is how we can represent the dynamic routes in the Angular code. So what we have done here, first we need to write here what are the dynamic elements in the URL, whatever the segments we are having that is dynamic, we need to mention it with an identifier, and this identifier, whatever the component you are loading here in this component, you need to go there and you need to inject first this activated route, and from this activated route you can get this route dot snapshot of params. So it will take the snapshot in the whatever the params it is having, it will have it in the snapshot. Okay, so you can store it in whatever variable you want and you can display it here. So this is how we can get the dynamic data from the URL using the activated route. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.